Yep. Here we go, guys. One more time today. This is Dean from Crypto the WonderDog Show. This is Saturday, March 3rd, 2018. We were on this morning with Charlie. Charlie and I talked a little bit about the news going on in the world, and we've made a great friend over at Cointelegraph. Her name's Catherine Ross. She is a wonderful lady. She's we talked a couple of times, and I think we hit it off pretty good. Don't you think so there, Catherine?
I do think so. Hi, Dean.
Hi.
Thanks for having me. And I'm blushing. Thanks for the kind words. So how is it going? How is it going there in California?
Oh, it's horrible. It's probably 70 degrees out. The sun was shining. You know, it's almost like Camelot here because it only rains at nighttime. And you get up in the morning,
right.
And the birds are chirping, you know, the dogs are barking. It's horrible.
Right, yeah, I totally get you, right. You know, when there is snow around, you're complaining about the sun. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I so feel your pain.
It's probably just like that in Berlin right now, huh? It's probably very similar to what you're seeing in Berlin, right?
No, no, it's not. You know, it's pretty cold in here, but we just make do with what we have because we still work 24/7. So you don't usually notice what's going on out there in the world because all eyes on crypto.
Yeah. So you're sitting behind a desk most of the days, not lifting your nose up from the TV, from the computer screen.
Well, you know, I do sometimes talk to people and I look at them. Basically, well, of course, we talk to people. We even have video chats, you know, with the team all around the world.
Yeah.
So not only, I guess it's still computer and a desk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're probably right.
It's not like the old days where you pick up a phone and you dial the number and ring ring. And now it's just right on your screen. You pop somebody up on your screen and watch them and talk to them, almost like something from Star Wars or something. It's great.
No, actually, it's really amazing and really energetic in here because sometimes team all over the world we have different time zones, so we call each other, we have video chats, and sometimes we meet in different places in the world. So it's really chaotic, but it's still really amazing. That's what it is.
And you're very important there at the Cointelegraph. You are a very important girl there. A leader, leading media covering Fintech, blockchain, digital currencies, decentralized applications, and Internet of Finance. You are the managing editor, and you run the Analytical, feature stories, explained, and partnership material content.
Oh yeah, that does sound important.
You are, man. I am honored to be talking to you. Really, I am.
I'm sorry, I think
this is really nice because I came across your site and I thought it was one of the better. Well, one of the best sites I've seen. Giving information, and you have so many stories going on here. I mean, it's amazing. You must have a team of a bazillion people.
We do. Thank you. Well, first of all, thank you so much for the kind words because, our community doesn't always have positive feedback on what we do.
Why? I mean, people sitting behind a computer blindly, they're not always nice to people on the other end of that?
Unfortunately, not always. I mean, we do love our readers, and we try to do the best, as much as we can to do everything we get, to educate, to entertain, to inform the news. But sometimes, as I've mentioned before, sometimes we are accused of spreading FUD, and that's what really bothers me at this point because we try to inform. Well, sometimes there are things that you can't just simply ignore. No. You have to tell to your readers, right? You have to warn them, you have to inform, to report. And people just tend to think that we try to influence the market or try to spread the FUD. I do hope I do not sound defensive right now, but it's the thing that we really worried about because we're trying to build a brand of people who love crypto, people who are amazed by what's going on. And that's why, honestly, sometimes it gets brutal. Well, when you scroll the Twitter that we have, I do analyze everything what's going on there on social media, and every single day I read almost every single comment. And yes, sometimes we'll just people we are trying to tell you the story. We do not try to spread the FUD because we really want people to know more about the crypto world, to get fascinated by what's going on, because we are here to report on the future, and it is really amazing. I hope people will someday understand that and try. Well, change a little bit of the feedback that they give us. Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you once again for the amazing words that you're saying about us.
And you take this personally, and I guess it's hard not to, right? Whenever this is like your baby, this is your you feel like this.
Exactly.
You're very proud of this. I mean, you must be, because you do such a wonderful job there, and I see the efforts that everyone puts in, and you must have a great team behind you. The graphics on this are wonderful. I've never seen anything like this.
Thank you. I mean, oh, thanks. Yeah, people really love the graphics. People really love the images, and they sometimes like drop a line, in my inbox, like, people, you have amazing images. Thanks for doing that. And I always respond like, oh my God, thank you for the amazing feedback. They're the whole team of people who draw those pictures, and they are amazing, really talented. And I do take it personally. I'm not sure whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, but this is how everybody from our team does it. Like, they do take it personally. This is an amazing team of amazing people all around the world. Can you imagine that we live in different time zones? Asia, America,
Yes.
Europe, and and we all get together for those chats, video chats and conference calls that we have to discuss the agenda, what's going on, what we should cover, and what happened, and why possibly somebody didn't like that or did like comment bad. Like, we're really worried about what we do. That's why, we do take it personally.
For the people like myself, well, I mean, I know, but for newcomers to this arena, this world of cryptocurrency, there's a lot of new words that are being thrown around, like blockchain and crypto and FUD. Explain to me what FUD is.
Oh, you want me to explain exactly what FUD is?
Yeah.
Well, this is an acronym that people use, like fear, uncertainty, and doubt. This is the three terms that people tend to get in one word, FUD. And by that, they mean that we try to spread the uncertainty or somehow influence the market by the information that we publish. So again, FUD is a fear, uncertainty, and doubt. That's. I'm sorry that I didn't explain it before.
No, that's fine.
Yeah,
when I first got into it, I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know what it meant, and I've heard this, 1,000 times, and I finally figured out what it was. But I'm sure there's other people like me out there that have just got into this. They're brand new, and you're hearing all these new words. So thank you for explaining that.
Thanks for asking. Yeah, we are here to educate as well. Well, we do try to educate our readers on every single new definition that we have or phenomenon that is going on. Yeah, but for example, there is, I would say, hard fork and soft fork. So people tend to not understand that. So we try to explain that in a special section that we have. It's called Explained.
Explained.
Yeah, and
yes.
We have a section that is called Explained.
I have that up on the screen right now.
There.
Yeah, I have it on the screen. Cointelegraph.com // explained. Having an issue understanding what it is, what is the Bitcoin and the blockchain world. Cointelegraph has come to the rescue. Read what is what in explained section. So yeah, if you're uncertain, like certain words here, like there's banking, how banking institutions can be decentralized, explained. Prediction markets explained. What is DAICO explained? So yeah, that's a great piece to have on something. For people when they come to one site, they can stay here for a long time. What's your subscription or reader rate, or what's your reach right now?
Well, for now, we have a total visit of 27 million, I guess. Well, I'm not sure because I haven't checked today yet. So it's around 20% million people. And it is actually amazing. It is, we are so inspired by the number that is growing. And we try to bring more people on board, try to hire more authors, contributors, editors, because we are here to stay.
It sounds like it. You've been here for a while too. This isn't just your first rodeo. I mean, you guys have been doing this for a while, right?
Oh yeah, Cointelegraph itself was launched back in 2013. So yeah,
Wow,
for a
back
while.
in the infancy.
Even before, yeah, even before it became, so popular, the crypto industry itself. There were just a bunch of people who were excited about this new technology, about the cryptocurrency. They believe that it's going to change the world, and it is changing it right now.
Yes, it is.
But back in 2013, it wasn't so certain, I would say.
Yeah, it was.
So people just, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no.
No, just agreeing with you.
Yeah, so people were just inspired, and they were trying to do the same, to try to cover it, because we are is what we call specialized media, right? Because we cover fintech, everything that it has to do with the blockchain industry, the cryptocurrencies, the digital currencies. There is a difference, by the way, and people tend to mix those definitions, digital currency and the cryptocurrency. There is a difference. Yeah, but we try to cover that as well, and about a little bit about the technology itself, like everything that is going on, everything that is cool right now. Yeah, but we are not into politics, we're not into sports and stuff, but we are a specialized media, and this is the thing, that we have the insights that probably popular media do not have right now. And that's why we try to spread the word, to try to educate. Yeah, that's what we do here.
Yeah. Now, you must have had somebody that was very interested in comics. Who was the creator behind the whole idea to make these look like a comic strip?
I think, well, we have a couple of owners, and they were just inspired, I guess, by comics, or by the way, and I don't know what kind of idea they had at the time, but I know that they wanted to make it positive, to bring the positive image to the world. That's why we have those images. Well, it's not corporate. It's not the photos that you can find on Shutterstock and stuff, like you can buy it somewhere. It's just the image that we draw, unique image that we draw every single time. And that's what people our owners and stakeholders wanted to bring something positive into this world. And I hope we do bring that by our bright pictures.
I think so. I think it looks really great. I mean, you don't see anything like this. And it's a very friendly looking site. It's very very welcoming to people who are kind of new to this, and it explains a lot in the graphics that you guys are creating for people who are new to this, and great information, stories, and articles. Have you been with them since the beginning?
No, I joined last year. I joined the team in February 2017. So I've been here for a year. Wow. It was crazy.
And you've moved up the ladder pretty damn quick.
Yeah, we grew, by the way, since I joined. At the time, if I'm not mistaken, we had like 300 visits a month, and right now we have 26 million. So yeah, we did grow.
My God.
Yeah, but the industry, to be honest, the industry grew itself. 2017 kind of saw that, I don't know, that great interest from different points of the different industries. Everybody suddenly got too interested in what's going on, and I think it has to do a lot with the initial coin offering that people started to do very often, and that's why this way of fundraising brought a lot of attention from private investors, from traders all around the world, from financial institutions, because, well, something's going on. People are raising money, and everybody has an ability to do so, and to become an investor.
Yeah.
or to create some kind of a product themselves and to raise money. So this is what, in my opinion, brought such great interest to the industry, and especially the potential that a lot of people, companies, everybody saw the potential in the blockchain technology itself.
And the ability to
I
get
guess.
rich overnight.
Yes, and that too.
That's, I think that's probably what sparked
Yeah.
the majority of the people here in America to jump on the Bitcoin bandwagon. And you get on at $16,000, and you're like, "Oh my God, this is unbelievable!" And they hits up there, and you keep buying, and now when it crashed down, but they say crash, it didn't really crash. I mean, it's still higher than it was, has ever been. It was peaked for a minute, but it's still higher than it was. So,
Yeah.
what,
Why complain?
my God, unless you bought it when it was at its very high, and people saw it crashing and they jumped off as soon as it started going down a little bit, which was stupid, right? I mean, you don't let go.
Yeah, well, the thing is that the market itself, the crypto market, is kind of very young. So we might see swings of volatility in there. You have to be ready for that, because it is so young that every single piece in use can influence. It's not necessarily does, but it can influence the market. And that's why, well, in one article, I don't remember exactly what article was, but I remember that I was editing it, and the author expressed the idea that it's somehow really, really close to what was happening in the U.S. stock market at the very beginning, because it was very volatile at the time, and people didn't know how to respond to the market movement. And I think that people, I'm sure you've heard of the term hodlers, or the verb to hodl. HODL, not hold, but hodl. You've heard of that, right?
Hold on for dear life, right?
Yeah, like this is the verb that we have. It's kind of it misspelled, but HODL. I repeat, and it means to be calm and not to sell all the currency that you have. Yeah, that's probably might be a new term if people don't know what it is, but it's what we have, the acronym, I guess, itself as well.
Yeah.
So what we see here, and we get a lot of different comments from the experts in the financial industry, from the traders, and they all recommend not to hurry. That's I'm not trying to give any recommendation right now. Trading advice.
We're not financial advisors, are we?
No, not anyway. This is okay, guys. This is a disclaimer. We do not provide trading advice. Trading is risky.
It is.
You should do your own due diligence. Yeah, but the comments that we get from the expert is that it will eventually grow, and it will eventually be more stable. But right now, it is kind of a bit fragile.
It's scary because, I mean, if you say somebody wants to buy something with a Bitcoin today, it could be worth 10,000. Tomorrow, it could be worth 5,000, and the next day after that, it'd be worth 15,000. So you don't know what you're going to buy, and you don't know how to buy. So it's a scary time right now to even use the cryptocurrency other than trade it, right?
Well, I get your point of view, but I don't think it's kind of that scary. If you read a lot, right? If you want to know, you may, well, of course you can go to cointelegraph.com. I'm not advertising on anything, but if you follow the market, there are interesting insights that, for instance, in December, Bitcoin reached as high as 20,000, right? And we haven't seen any of that rate right now.
Not yet.
It has corrected a bit, but the thing is that we covered a lot of stuff about that, a lot of trading analytics and comments that it is just correcting. So just be careful. Well, of course, be careful, but be patient as well, because it is correcting right now. The price is finding its resistance zones, and you really need to be more careful about what you read and analyze every information that you get.
Yes.
And that's it, because we haven't seen that much of a plunge in price. I mean, it's not that volatile. Today's 10K and tomorrow it's 5K. We haven't seen that price swings, and I don't think we will see that. So it's not that scary and it's not that dangerous. But you just have to familiarize yourself with all the information that there is. That's it.
Yes. Yes. Um, yeah, we're looking at right now 11,316 to the U.S. dollar, and it's up to 2.5% today, or the last 24 hours, I guess. Um,
Yeah.
uh, Now, when you're creating these stories, I'm looking down here and I see that today, well, actually, I'm sorry, looking at March 22nd or March 2nd, there was just a plethora of stories that you guys covered on that just yesterday, and which is incredible. I mean, you have everything here for readers to get, right?
Yeah, we try to very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there are different kind of content, by the way, that we put there. As I've mentioned, the expense section, but we don't only have news, as you might imagine looking at the site, but we have follow-ups, feature stories, OPEDs. We try to present as much information out there for a potential trader, investor, a reader, or just a person who wants to know more about the industry. We just try to cover everything, because, well, something, for instance, something happened, right? South Korea, well, how to put it correctly, because it was misinformed back then, but in January, there was information that South Korea is considering to ban crypto trading, which was a little bit misinformed. It was not, in fact, true, because, well, it was just top media misrepresentation about the
Yeah.
facts sometimes,
Hmm.
because like the crypto media, we are here every single day. We are watching the market. We know what's going on. We remember what happened, because, well, that's our focus. But top tier media sometimes do not present the information in a timely manner. So that's why it happened. I guess I don't remember the story specifically, but they reported that South Korea officials are considering to ban cryptocurrency, which in fact was not true. But
And that
the
affected the
market
market
reacted.
horribly, right?
Yeah, it did. It did. The market was correcting at the time, because it was the beginning of the year. So sometimes during the holidays, we see that correction, price going a bit up and down, because people tend to well, not trade that much, or try to convert crypto in fiat, or try to buy something with crypto because it's holidays, and it's really
Hmm.
natural.
Yes.
But at the time, it affected the market, and we were there to inform to inform that, guys, this is not true. They didn't say that. The officials did not say that they're gonna ban. They say that they were looking for regulations. And of course, there were a lot of news, but at the same time, we covered different features articles explaining how the market reacted, how the community reacted, trying to reach out to the officials in South Korea, because we have reporters there as well. And then we had OPED, people, different people with financial background and with the deep expertise in the field were given their thoughts. And then we had the explained section, which is called, I guess, South Korea and Regulations Explained, and that came out a bit later. So people who missed what happened there could, catch up on what's going on, what was going on, and what's going to happen next. So not only news, but every single piece of information that we get, we try to present to our readers. We're very, very worried about
Hmm.
the community and the industry, so they can get the information that they need. Because I think if people, well, if you look at Bloomberg, or if you look at the Financial Times, These the financial tycoons media, right, that also understand how important it is to cover every single information. And that's why sometimes you think, well, these are just financial media, right? But they cover so much because they understand how important it is to present as much information as possible, because there's trading involved, investments involved, and people's money. Well, that's how it is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really great that you guys have that on here. I just clicked on the explained and, cruised over here to South Korea and crypto regulations explained. That's something that you don't
Oh yeah.
see on any sites. I mean, that's wonderful that you guys have this kind of stuff, and you the foresight to know to put that up there, because people are going to start freaking out. And it's wonderful that you
Yeah.
can give them that. Say, listen,
Yeah.
calm down. This is what it means. Don't listen to everyone. Just this is what it means.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Exactly. Exactly.
stamping
Thank you
out
so much.
the FUD is what you're doing. Stamping out the FUD.
Yeah, we try really hard.
Superheroes
And, well,
knocking
for
out the
instance,
FUD.
oh, it's just an amazing team of people who are in love with crypto. That's who we are.
Now, how did
That's what it is.
you, as I mean, not to be sexist or anything, but you're typically not a lot of women involved in the space. It's a
Sure.
finance are
Yeah.
majority men. How did you get involved with crypto to begin with?
Well, I was working in Fintech. So I was involved with the project that we're trying to implement machine learning into the trading platforms and use it for CFD trading. And I was really, well, I guess since my childhood, I really love the complex information, the complex stuff, as I can, if I can call it. So I was amazed by the opportunity that fintech can bring to the world, because I have a background in working for United Nations. So the agenda that I have is to bring the difference to the world. But I decided to switch to switch industries, because it's really demanding to work as an interpreter at the United Nations. It really is demanding,
Wow.
and yeah, sometimes people just need to switch in order to be to be able to go further, because it is very demanding and really stressful.
I
And
bet.
that's why people please appreciate everything the United Nations as an organization does. It is really amazing there. So and I was working in fintech, and I've heard about the cryptocurrency, and I started looking because well, it was 2 years ago, I guess, and it was also media. A media
Hmm.
site that was also educating people. It's Capital Com, if I can call it. I don't know if I can, but it's really an amazing project. And yeah, there are different projects that people were developing at the time. And I started to hear this word, Bitcoin. Well, I didn't know what it was, but as a person who's involved in content, and especially a person who was involved in the process of educating people, I needed to know what it is.
Yeah.
And so I started looking. There was not really a lot there, and I came across cointelegraph.com, and I decided to reach out because I was really amazed. It was so difficult, but that's what drives me,
Yeah.
something that is difficult and something that needs to be explained, because I have bachelor degrees in teaching as well, and that's
Oh,
kind of triggered me, like,
cool.
oh my god, it's so difficult, I need to understand that, and I need to explain it to people. That was my motto at the time.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Yeah. And
Yeah.
I got a question here on our live stream. We got a question here. Will
Oh, cool.
Yeah, somebody's actually going to ask you a question here. Will cryptocurrencies trade on futures markets, and will eliminate decentralization? And will that eliminate decentralization?
Well, the thing is that you have to differentiate, right? They are trading right now as futures contracts on CMO and CBOA, Chicago Board. Yeah, so it was launched in December 2017, so they are trading right now. But you have to understand that it is a futures contract. It's not Bitcoin itself, so it does not in any way influence the decentralization.
Oh,
So you basically trade a contract or an agreement that you have between two parties. You do not trade, well, the currency itself or the especially the technology that is behind
Yeah.
it. So no.
Okay.
No, blockchain is here to stay forever.
Yes. Yes. One more question. How can cryptos become a common currency in the same way as the American dollar?
Well, that's an amazing question. We have covered so much about that, about we call those topics adoption or mainstream. And people tend to express the point of view that even though it is difficult right now because governments, they do not know how to react. The natural reaction on that is to try to regulate that, right? Because, well, it is so, people call it so, financial tool, it is so volatile. You guys should not do that. You guys should not trade it. But the thing is, I think it's wrong approach. You have to accept it. It is happening. There are cryptocurrencies. They are here. People invest in them. So maybe, well, some governments do ban them, as we saw that in China, right?
Yeah.
Some governments try to regulate, as we right now see with the SEC Commission, right? They try to regulate the initial coin offerings and try to regulate cryptocurrency. But I think that people who stand behind the technology and the projects involved in the cryptocurrency, they need to show that there is nothing to be afraid of. Because cryptocurrencies bring freedom of spendings, freedom of capital movement, if I can call it that way. Because, well, you can simply be here in Berlin. I can simply send you, I don't know, some kind of sum of money, some bitcoins to LA right away. I do not have to ask for permission in any third party, and that is amazing. So I think, well, I hope that eventually it will become mainstream. Eventually it will be the same as digital currencies or national currencies. But right now we do have a couple of issues that we are facing right now because governments just don't know how to react. But eventually, as history shows itself, eventually it will somehow be resolved. So we here at Cointelegraph and every single cryptocurrency enthusiast, we all here believe that it will become mainstream and it will become the same as any national currency.
Well, I see the parallel because I'm a commercial photographer and a filmmaker, and a few years ago, whenever digital photography came out, everyone, people started freaking out, going, "Oh, it's not real photography. It's, it'll never catch on because there's too much film and blah blah blah." And now it's
I think. Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt because I think that it's new. Sometimes people are afraid of the things that they don't understand fully or of the whole potential that it may bring. Yes. So I believe that you should not be afraid, but you can try to look into that and to take the best of it, right? So just there are cryptocurrencies, there is blockchain, so guys, just don't freak out, but try to make the best of it. That's it.
Just chill out.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
I know. We got another question from a guy. He said, can you direct me to an article that would give one or more reasons to think cryptocurrency isn't ridiculous? I was a broker. What's it? LS for clients and myself for 26 years. Blew out the summer of 2016. Other than no currency conversion for international buys, I just can't wrap my brain around Bitcoin or for the longs at 20,000 Bitcoins. Thanks, smarter people than me.
Well, first of all, thank you for your question because I really love that can you direct me to the article that explains it's not ridiculous?
Is there one article that does that? Did you guys tackle that yet?
Well, there is none with that title, I guess. But
well, there's your next assignment.
Oh my God, there are so many. Where to begin? Please feel free to write me to catherine.ross commercial.cointelegraph.com, and I will give you a lot of links to that. But start with just type in cryptocurrency Cointelegraph. So there is this tag. So you can click on the tag cryptocurrency in Google, I mean. So Google it, like cryptocurrency Cointelegraph, and try to watch there. But try to look there. But there are a lot of different articles with people explaining why it's not ridiculous. Yeah, a lot of them. Well, actually, yeah, there are sometimes articles that people or financial tycoons or financial institutions claim that it is a, I don't like the word because we cover that a lot, but people tend to call it the bubble.
Bubble.
And I think that our listener was referring to that. But in fact, I believe that you need to look into what's behind the cryptocurrency itself. Because again, a lot of people tend to express the view that there is more to blockchain than cryptocurrencies. Because again, blockchain is a decentralized technology, right? It's a technology. Cryptocurrency is a currency, and it's a financial tool. So these are two different things, and I think both of them have amazing potential. They're not ridiculous.
They're not ridiculous.
They are not.
No.
Yeah.
So getting back to you, so you came from that world. You jumped into this, and you don't have to go into very specifics here, but do you have a wallet? Do you got little Bitcoin in there? Do you have other coins?
That is a nice question. I get that a lot. I do own Bitcoins,
okay.
But as a journalist, again, and as a person who's involved with content, we try to stay unbiased to everything what's going on, because it's really important to think about the readers. In the first place, I do own Bitcoins. I do have a Bitcoin wallet, but you should, I don't know, you shouldn't think that it somehow influences what we cover, because there is a thin line in here when people, that's why I've seen a lot of journalists also put it there that they like a disclaimer that they do own that or different cryptocurrency. Yeah, so because we're very thorough with what we put in there, and I just don't want Cointelegraph to be accused in anything by owning that. So I thank you very much for the question, but I think I will try to be discreet in this. So yeah, I do have a Bitcoin wallet because it would make sense. Right.
Yeah. But do you buy stuff with your currencies? I mean, are you one of the people that? Because I've actually never bought anything with any of my coins. I've only bought and traded and invested in the mining capabilities of some companies and things like that. But I've actually never bought anything with a crypto coin.
I personally, I have not bought anything. I did trade, right. I did bought it and I transferred to other people who have wallets. My parents, for instance.
Do you buy for other people? Do you help them out?
No, I just transferred the money.
Just transfer the money.
Yeah,
pay the rent. Pay the rent.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, sure. Go on. Sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, pay the rent to somebody who doesn't know what cryptocurrencies are, and just.
My parents do know what it is.
Oh, good. Yeah.
My mom is so, so excited about what's going on because, I told her what we do here and what it is. And so she keeps sending me different pictures. Like, have you seen that? Have you seen that? And it's so amazing. I mean, it is like, oh, have you seen that the price went down? And I said, yeah, Mom, we covered
yes, we covered that,
12
Mom.
hours ago. Mom, we did cover that 12 hours ago.
Check our site, Mom.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but it is so cute. I mean, it is amazing.
So did she when she first got into this, like myself and I'm sure other people, you didn't sleep for a week? I mean, you were sitting there just watching it and watching it and watching it? Is she just like
Yes,
that person
but I
that's up
don't.
at
Well,
calling you at 3 in the morning? Oh my
yeah,
God, did you see this?
yeah, but I guess the point that we do not sleep here all in
You don't
Cointelegraph,
sleep there either, do you?
No, we don't. That's just something that we don't do. But I mean, I'm joking, of course. But the thing is that if you're a news or a media outlet, well,
It's
there are
24/7.
different shifts and sorry,
It's
sorry.
24/7 for you guys, right? I mean, there's somebody
It is
working
20.
all the time
Yes.
somewhere,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, because imagine that if it's morning in Asia, it means that it's night in America, right?
Yes.
Evening in America, and it's night in Europe, and vice versa. If Europe wakes up, it is already afternoon or evening in different regions of Asia. So something is always going on. So we are here 24/7.
And
That's
the
why
markets never sleep. The
that
markets don't go to sleep, right? They just keep
no.
going.
No, we were not sleeping. We're not sleeping here ever.
And like I said, the markets they don't stop. The markets just keep moving, like not like the
Yes,
American markets that shut down
that's
Monday through Friday.
yeah, that's one of the sorry, yeah, I didn't hear the question. Sorry for that. The I think it's amazing and a little bit complex at the same time because markets in America and Asia, they have opening hours, right?
Hmm.
So usually at 9 a.m. And they close at 4 or 5 or 6. It depends on the region, right? And
Yeah.
on the whether on what we trade. But crypto markets, they don't sleep, and that's why this is the I guess the general opinion that people have throughout the community that people do not sleep. Like there are a lot of memes going on. Like so I decided to go to bed early tonight. So it's like 11 p.m. and so I decided to went to sleep, and then the next picture is 3 a.m. in the morning. A person like checking the phone and checking exchanges.
Yes.
That's the truth, actually.
I
Yeah,
do that
yeah,
when I
it
wake up in the
is.
middle of the night. I look over my phone and I want to see what's my money doing. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
but at some point you have to realize that you do have to sleep, and
Yes.
sometimes it isn't healthy.
No, it's not.
So
No.
just calm down. Markets do not sleep. You can't do anything without it. But you have to sleep. Yeah, to trade better in the morning.
Yeah. One more question here. For the most part, the American mainstream media has been very dismissive of cryptos. Is that due to the fact that a lot of ad money comes from the Wall Street areas?
Well, that's an interesting question. Every single question that our listeners will ask us, it just gave me an idea for different articles.
Oh, there you go.
It is amazing. Yeah. But because when you talk to people and they express their point of view and ask questions, you realize what your readers want. And
Hmm.
again, amazing question. Well, that's really difficult to say because some media, they try to be unbiased and just to inform, but some media have different angles, so they cover again different angles of the story. And I think I'm not at liberty to say whether the money comes from Wall Street and stuff, but Wall Street also has had their eyes on crypto, and they have been commenting. Some people were negative about it, some people were really positive about it. So um, I am a very positive person, so I would say I don't think that. I just think that they have different angles of covering. I think they have their own reasons sometimes.
Hmm.
Uh, it is a pity that media has different reasons because, in my opinion, and in everybody's opinion on Cointelegraph, media has to be unbiased. But I think that Wall Street is aware of crypto, is really, really, really aware because they have been giving us the feedback on what's going on, and they are interested in them as well, in the
Yeah.
blockchain technology itself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
because
it?
we yeah. Sorry, sure.
Oh, I was just
Go
going to
on.
say, does it seem like it's because in America we're so self-absorbed that we think we invented Bitcoin. I'm sure, but it seems like we're the last one to this table as far as the world goes. That as I've been looking into it, it seems like America is pretty much one of the last countries doing this as you know, in any mass capacity.
Doing what you mean?
Getting into it, getting involved with buying coins and selling coins, because when I go onto a lot of these sites, it's a lot of them are excluding buyers from America because of the SEC and things like that. But
Yeah,
it
yeah.
seems like the majority of buyers of coins tend to be from other countries, not America.
Well, the amazing thing is that it is the whole world that is involved, and different countries are getting different perspective of what's going on, and well, there are. I don't know the exact percentage because you have to look into the statistics, but a lot of trading come from America, South Korea, Japan, and as I'm not sure about that because I have to check. It is changing every single day, but it is these are the countries that are involved, I guess, the most. But every single country has something to offer. I guess a couple of days ago we covered a news piece about the Australia implementing. Well, yeah, implementing. So I think the main idea was that you can now buy something. I don't know if everything, but you can definitely buy something at the news stand in Australia. So there
Wow.
you go. Like, yeah, Australia seems to be very crypto friendly, and
Oh.
or for instance, back in my native country, which is Republic of Belarus, in December 2017, the president has signed the document allowing people not to pay I guess, well, not I can't say not to pay, but to pay lower fees and lower taxes for the blockchain ecosystems. So the thing is that every single country is trying to do something about it. They are aware, and they know that it's happening, so they just choose how to react. And your question was about the people involved. Well, there are, I think, at this point, almost every single country has anything or something to do with crypto. You can whether trade there or buy something, or there are crypto bars, as I heard in Moscow, I guess, and in somewhere in Europe as well. I think,
A crypto
well, I'm not
bar.
sure about London, but somewhere in Vienna, I guess. I'm not sure.
Huh.
Yeah, but there are different bars when you can buy a drink for crypto.
No way.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, that is true.
That's amazing.
It is true. Yeah, so the beauty of it is that everybody is involved, and
Yeah.
America is involved still. Even though the SEC is trying to regulate, they have issued different warnings, right, different memos about what's going on and about the investment. But every single country is involved, and that is amazing. And
Yeah.
yeah, but you have to, if you want to know the exact number, I guess you have to go to, of course, cointelegraph.com to check about the
Cointelegraph.com.
info. But sure, yeah,
Yeah.
follow Cointelegraph.
Speaking of other
Yeah.
countries, one more question here. Venezuela is going to launch an oil-backed crypto. I believe it's called Petro. Does that mean
Oh, yeah.
the end of the American dollar as the reserve currency? Will Russia, which is the largest oil producer, do the same as Venezuela?
Are you reading, or is this your
Yeah,
question?
I'm reading. I'm reading this. Yeah, this is.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay. The thing is that we are actually writing a piece on that
on
right now.
Venezuela.
One of our brilliant, yeah. Well, we have covered Venezuela and Venezuelan people commenting on that, but the main idea is that you have to be careful about the difference. Venezuela is trying, or is launching, yeah, I think, a national cryptocurrency, and
A
there is a
national.
cryptocurrency, which is a decentralized currency, right? And
Hmm.
there is national cryptocurrency. You have to be careful with that, because if somebody is trying to regulate the cryptocurrency, it kind of contradicts the very
I was about
definition
to say
of the
that doesn't make sense.
decentralization.
Yeah, oxymoron.
Sorry?
Yeah, it's oxymoron. Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, again, I'm trying to be very careful with what I put with my words, but try to realize that a national cryptocurrency may not be the same as cryptocurrency as we know it, because cryptocurrency is decentralized.
Yes.
No one can regulate it. No one can, well, I don't know, make any rules about that.
Yeah.
But a national cryptocurrency is just a different type of a digital currency. So I don't think that it will, that the question itself makes sense in the sense that it may be the end of the dollar. I think there are different advantages of launching a national cryptocurrencies, right? It is oil backed, right? So it will depend again on the national resources and on the economic situation in the country. But it's just another form of digital money. It is not cryptocurrency, because cryptocurrency again cannot be regulated. So it's just different topics, yes. Different things. So again, I think it might be a healthy idea for every government to look into the potential of that and what it can bring. But again, it's not the cryptocurrency definition that I guess the creators, Satoshi Nakamoto, for instance, believed in. So I think it's different things. Well, there, I said it.
There, I said it. So
I'm just trying to be very careful because I'm sorry to interrupt you, because
I know.
Everything that we put out there on social media, people tend to have different feedbacks, and this is my personal opinion, and well, yeah, I think I'm entitled to one.
Absolutely, you are. Yes.
Yeah, but it is my personal opinion, and I think you have to be very open about what you think. But again, there are different opinions on that.
Of course, yeah. Everyone
try to be careful.
They're like belly buttons. Everybody's got an opinion.
Yeah.
Now, one of the guys that I'm, trying to wrap my head around, well, actually two. So you got the guy that created, or the name of the guy that created the Bitcoin,
sure.
And then John McAfee. What's your take on that cat?
Okay, John McAfee.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question was about the Satoshi Nakamoto or John?
Well, I not a lot of people, I guess, know much about the Nakamoto guy, but John McAfee. What specifically? What do you think about him?
Again, I'm trying to be careful here. We had an interview with him quite recently. I think he is a prominent social media influencer because he has an amazing number of people following him.
Yep.
And what he's trying to do right now, I guess, that he's speaking his mind, and I specify that he's speaking his mind on different coins. And for some people, it is, I don't know, some people tend to take it very negative. Because, hey, John, what are you doing, right? You're giving investment advice. But we asked him about that, and he said that I'm speaking my personal opinion here, guys. You have to, again, do your own due diligence when investing.
Of course.
But, yeah, you might have different opinion about what he's doing, about the sometimes kind of... I don't know how to put it, kind of interesting comments that he has on what's going on. But a positive thing about that he's speaking about it. He's spreading the word about crypto, and that's a good thing because I'm sure that there are a lot of people who didn't know about the cryptocurrencies, right? And when he started talking about that, he brought attention. He brought attention to the industry, and people started to wonder what it is. So you might have different opinions about John or about his comments, right? What he's gonna do in case the price of Bitcoin would go down. Yeah, but the thing is that he's speaking about it, and
Yeah.
he's involved in the industry. From the interview, I remember that he's talking to different prominent representatives of the industry, and he spends a lot of time with them. He was involved in the crypto craze that took place in January 2018. So again, you might think that he's controversial. Again, everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but I think the good thing is that he talks about it. Maybe he has his own agenda, and that's okay, I guess. But he's spreading the word about crypto, and that's what's good about it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I'm very positive, as you can see.
Did you guys sit down with him? How'd you guys get John? I mean, was it one-on-one, or how'd that happen?
Yeah, we had our people there, if I can call it. We have different partners that we collaborate with, and the CEO of the Crypto Friends, Daria or Dasha, she was there on the cruise, and she sat down with him, and like she was really nice to interview him for us. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Very cool. Now, kind of get back to you. What's a day like for you? What you're traveling all over the world and seeing new things, going to expos. What's a day in your life like?
You mean me personally, or
yes, you.
a person who works at Cointelegraph?
No, I want to know what Catherine Ross, when she's what's your whole day consist of usually?
Oh my God, this is gonna be sad. The thing is, okay, to be honest, when I wake up, I usually reach out to my phone, and there are thousands of messages because, again, different time zones, right? And there are reporters who have already sent their pieces, and they would like to know what I think, asking me whether this is going to be published and stuff. And there are different partners who would like to get involved. And so again, to be honest, it starts with me reaching to my phone and checking on what's going on in the world, in the world of crypto, in the world of Cointelegraph. And then, then again, I walk my dog.
Oh, what kind of dog you got?
Have my coffee. Pomeranian.
Pomeranian.
A cute little fluffy Pomeranian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that keeps you company?
And then the chaos starts fully. And I mean, you reply to thousands of messages. You have dozens of calls. And sometimes you honestly don't even notice, but the day goes by.
Yeah, next thing you know, it's 11 o'clock at night.
11 p.m. is just too early. More like 2 a.m., 3 a.m., Yeah. Yeah, but we had this amazing event that is taking place all over the world, Block Show. Amazing team of people who also travel around the world. And they have meetups. So just guys, if you listen to this, just check Block Show. Amazing guys. We are involved with the show, and we had a show back in Singapore in November. It brought so many people. I was there. I was moderating a couple of panels on blockchain and artificial intelligence and blockchain and healthcare. And I feel really blessed to be able to be there, because it is amazing to meet all the people from the industry who are trying to make the difference, and it is really inspiring. So even though my day right now looks more of a workaholic, but that's because we are growing right now as Cointelegraph Media. We are growing, and we hiring a lot of people, and we have big news coming as well about the new upcoming office. Unfortunately, I can't say it right now, but I'm really excited. We will be opening the office in one of the best cities in the world, and you can imagine how much work there is. So yes,
I can't imagine.
Now it's pretty tough.
Are you going to be part of that? Are you going to be part of that office?
Yes,
okay,
definitely, because even though we are decentralized right now, and it is amazing how you can be in different regions and different cities, and you just sit down for a video chat with your team. It is so amazing. But I think that we need to have different offices all around the world to be able to report better. Because if you have people, in the field, as I call it, people in different countries, that's what help us bring more insights.
Yeah.
For instance, I have an author, his name is Dylan. He's just recently joined us. He's based in Rio. So, and I asked him to write a piece on the rate of adoption, or how blockchain and crypto friendly Brazil is, right? And we have a columnist in Singapore, so he covers stuff there, and we have people in South Korea, so it is really amazing. But I think to be able to grow, we do need office, because an editorial team at some point, it has to be together, and well, to help each other better communicate, because sometimes time zone sucks.
Yeah.
The internet connection sucks sometimes. So yeah, yes. I think I'm so excited to be a part of that, because it's going to be amazing. And but back to your question, it does look like a workaholic, like a typical workaholic day right now. But this is because me personally, and everybody from every single guy in Cointelegraph, we just love what we do. That's why we're just really passionate about it. But we are growing, and that's it's so time consuming right now.
And you work? Do you work alongside the editor, or are you guys kind of independent? How does that work?
Well, I'm an editor myself, so what do you mean?
Well, the other editors that are there, I mean, the CEO, or the whatever the editor-in-chief.
Again,
are you?
Yeah, we have a badass, cool editor-in-chief. He's based in New York.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes we meet up in different points in the world when we travel. We always try to meet with people, whether it's reporters or partners or people from the industry, because a human touch is amazing, right? It can make all the difference, because you can chat with people in Telegram or WhatsApp or Facebook or Skype, but
it's not personal. It's not that.
I think the real connection comes from the personal.
You got to shake people's hands, look them in the eye, and have a real connection.
Yes.
Have a drink with somebody. Sit down and have dinner with them. Yeah.
Yes.
So,
it is exactly my point, and that's why I think it's really important to build different offices all around the globe, which we are doing right now.
Wow. I see you're going to be guys. Our block show is going to be in Las Vegas in August, right?
Oh yeah. In Berlin in May, in August in Las Vegas, and again in Singapore in November.
Wow. Yeah. And are you going to be involved with every of those shows?
I'm trying to be as involved as possible, but again, it's a separate team, but we are very much involved in what we do, because we try to help each other, right, with contacts and with connections, because people who work with who, for instance, go to a meetup, a block show meetup, so we would like to interview them, so the guys from the block show help us with that. So me personally, and all of us, we are trying to be as much as involved, because it's an amazing opportunity to go there and to meet a lot of people. Again, it was super amazing in Singapore. We met a lot of different CEOs, amazing guys who just started and so excited, or people who have been in the industry for a while now. So it is cool, and we're trying to be as much involved as possible, because it is also powered by Cointelegraph. It's the line that we put there. Yeah.
Let's see here. One of the questions I wanted, I was going to ask you this earlier, and I totally forgot about this, but I wanted to kind of bring it up when you're talking about FUD and things like that. Could you smell? Could you smell the dirt? Could you smell the stench of BitConnect? Did you see that before that happened?
Oh my God, BitConnect! Oh my God. You had to bring this up, didn't you?
Yes. I want to know, was that like the Darth Vader of cryptocurrencies? Just come and just snuff the life out of so many people's money?
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's talk about that. Honestly, me personally, I'm not involved with sponsored content. So I guess we had an article published about BitConnect, but it was sponsored. What I mean, so we have this package of the service that we offer. I'm with the editorial team, so I'm not involved in the sponsored content and sponsored partnership that we have. There are different people, and but we have an editor who works with the sponsored content, and we publish I guess we published an article about it, which caused us a lot of negative feedback from the industry.
They feel like you
Yeah,
were pumping that, or that you were
yeah.
pro BitConnect?
I'm sorry,
Did
I lost you for a second there.
I was just going to ask you, did the people that were reading this, did they feel that you guys were like pro BitConnect, like you guys were for that?
Oh yeah, there was this not really pleasant moment, I guess. What I apologized personally because when the article was published, we always put a disclaimer. We always put that it's sponsored, and we have a hashtag CT sponsored. So you have to be again very careful that we do not we do not support the sponsored content. We just provide a platform to be heard. It is a thin line again, right? Because people tend to not like sponsored content, but look at the perspective of you, of a young entrepreneur, for example. You need exposure, right?
Yeah.
And the good thing about that is that we provide the platform to be heard. And so readers might think that, oh, you got paid, so that's why you published that. Oh my God. But people, please, do not be too critical and too negative about it, because every single media has sponsored content, they have sponsored disclaimers. What we do here is of course, we try to, as we call it, to provide for the workflow, but we, again, provide the opportunity to be heard. And for people to hear about different projects, about different services and products that are out there. And with BitConnect, yeah, there was I guess it's the article that got one of the biggest exposures in regards of negative comments. People just didn't like it. Yeah, so you could see it right there that people just didn't like the idea behind the BitConnect project. Yeah, but again, I couldn't say for sure for myself because I'm not involved with the sponsored content. So I guess I was busy with some editorial stuff back then. That's why I didn't read about the BitConnect at the time. But yeah, we got really negative feedback, and I decided to apologize myself and to bring the attention that, guys, we do not endorse sponsored content. It's not our point of view. We just provide you an opportunity to be heard.
Yeah.
But it was kind of messed up at the time, and
I got bit by it.
Really. Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt you. We were really upset about that, me personally, and the editors were upset, and the editor-in-chief was, I mean, we got together for a call, and it was like, yeah, we were really sad about what happened, that people didn't understand that we do not endorse that.
Yeah.
So we decided to apologize.
Well,
I think, I'm sorry to interrupt you again. I think it, but it resolved good, I think, because from that on, people started to differentiate between sponsored content and editorial content. So I do not see that negative feedback right now in comments that under the sponsored label. Yeah, yes. I don't see that negative feedback. Well, sometimes we'll just say, oh yeah, you guys, you just published because you got paid, but it's not we get paid. It's a sponsored content that is just out there, because editorial, we have an amazing people that are unbiased about what's going on, and you cannot pay us for that.
Yeah.
No, we're journalists. Yeah, here.
Yes, and that's I've seen other shows like that where they have to do this gigantic explanation beforehand. This is not our opinion. We're letting someone have the platform. We're letting somebody have the microphone for a minute, talk about their piece. We got to pay bills here too. So, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that's the point, I guess. Well, you have to you have to pay your employees, right?
Of
so
course.
That's why sponsored content is there in the media, I guess.
It's a necessity
in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and I feel that. So, and I was one of the people that got bit by BitConnect. I hate to admit that, but I didn't lose a lot. I mean, a
Oh.
couple $100. It wasn't nothing big, but I was watching this young kid who was apparently on the run now. That was
Oh.
pumping
Yeah.
this, and he was bragging about it every day. How he was the first, multi-millionaire teenager because of Bitcoin and because of BitConnect and blah blah blah. And I got caught up in the hype and I got excited about it. And I was like, oh my god, this is great. But thank God I wasn't like some of the other people that lost thousands of dollars on that. It was just a couple
Oh
hundred
my
bucks
God.
and not a big deal. I'm not. I'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Yeah, I guess it is. You have to be careful with your investments, and
Yeah.
you have to read really careful everything that the team you're interested in put out there on their sites. Yeah, about that you have to be very careful about where you put your money in. So yeah.
Absolutely. Do your research. I'm living proof that I didn't do enough research on it, and and I've seen some people that they put out an article on the pros of investing in Bitcoin. And they'll put out another article, the cons of investing in Bitcoin. And every time there will be 99 downloads to the pros of Bitcoin to the one of the cons of. People don't want to hear the bad things about it. They only want to hear the possibility that they're going to get rich. They only want to hear the possibility that this is only going to go up. It's not going to go down.
But the thing is that we're talking about the financial markets here, guys, and it doesn't matter which market we're talking about, whether it's a stock market or any indices that you put your money into.
Yeah.
It is a
Yep.
financial market, and people are here to earn money. So as much as you're fascinated with what a project can potentially offer you, you have to be careful because it is the financial world we're talking about.
Yeah.
You have to be very careful before putting your money in it. So that's actually a really great point.
Mhm.
So a project can offer you a lot, right? To become rich in a day with the return on investment. Yeah, with the percentage of an ROI. But at the same time, you have to be very careful. And again, I cannot stress this enough, how careful you have to be with every single project out there. There are amazing projects, but you have to realize what kind of investment, what kind of rate will you get, what kind of amount of money it will bring you. And me personally, I would look into what a potential a project has. And I mean, there are different projects that are trying to connect the unbanked, as we call the people who do not have access to the banking system. They try to build a bridge of that to create I would say, decentralized bank or a crypto bank or a platform or mobile decentralized platform. Or there are different projects that I have read about because we cover a lot of them.
Yeah.
And me personally, I would also look into what a project can offer to you personally, to the world, or to the society. That's what I would look into. Mm-hmm. But again, be very careful with your investments. That's the thing.
Oh man, I know. All right. Well, hey, anything else anything that's coming up? That your readers should know about? Any kind of new something you want to talk about?
Well, thanks for the opportunity. But yeah, we are opening a new office. This news will come up soon.
Okay.
But guys, this is the amazing. I don't know. This is amazing what's going on right now in the industry. The industry itself is amazing. So try to educate yourself. Try to read. Try to ask people, because you know what I love, I guess most of all, is the community. Whether it's on Facebook or LinkedIn, the community itself is amazing. There are so many people that just that they love what they do, and they explain. You reach out to them. Well, I guess it's kind of difficult to get a comment from I don't know, from somebody from a JP Morgan, right, or for the Bank of America, for instance.
Yeah.
But it's really not that difficult to get a comment from the industry, from the crypto industry. They're so
nice.
open to it. That's what I love about it. And guys, just I don't know, get involved. That's amazing what's going on right here. So you can just be on the bridge of something that will change the entire world as we know it. Yeah, and please read Cointelegraph. It is an
Yes,
amazing outlet.
it
Yeah, I'm being
is.
biased here right now.
I'm not either, and it really is, and like I said, this absolutely the best site that you can find that has everything all encompassing. Got your ticker up here at the top, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, yeah, everything's up there.
Yeah,
The
and there are
important ones.
so many different features and products that we will be launching there. So you can not only read news, you can actually right now, well, yeah, you can read news, inform yourself, but there is a converter which is called Exchange, I believe, on the main page,
Yeah,
where you
exchange.
can check what kind of rate it is right now, or how many dollars it is one Bitcoin, right? So to check the rate and to try
Yes.
to calculate stuff. Yeah, we are launching different cool features really soon. So just just be here. And guys, if you're listening to this, if you have any questions or comments, don't be afraid to reach out. We're very open to every single message that we get, because we are great guys, and I'm not only talking about Cointelegraph right now, about the whole industry itself. There are great guys that understand that there's something amazing going on right now, and that's why we are very open to communication. It's different kinds of collaboration, and that's why just don't be afraid to reach out. I reach out, and I became a part of Cointelegraph, and
Wow.
that is amazing. Yeah, so I reach out myself personally, and now I'm a big
Look at
part of
that.
what's going on,
Look at
and
that.
it's really
Started
amazing.
off sweeping
Yeah.
floors and running coffee and errands for people, and now look at you. You're in charge.
I still
You
bring
have
coffee to
people getting
people.
your coffee for you now, don't you?
No, we are not corporate guys. Come on. If I see somebody's sad out here, so I just bring them coffee
Oh,
or
look at
something
that.
delicious.
Oh my
No,
God.
we're not in any way corporate, because I guess I cannot say that we do not believe in that. We just try to bring something new, something fresh,
Hmm.
a fresh approach to things, and that's why it's absolutely, I don't know, non-corporative is as you can imagine. Yeah, so we're here, we're all friends, and we're all equal here. There are no hierarchy, like, okay, guys, I'm in charge of that, so
You
you
don't
just
crack
listen
the
to
whip
me.
on
No,
people, huh?
nothing. No, no, nothing like that. And it's just because every single person involved is just amazing in what they do.
They're
Like,
doing it for the
whether it's a
love.
journalist, sorry,
They're doing it for the
yeah,
love of it because they love this area. They love doing
that's
this.
exactly, thank you. That's exactly the point. And if we have a journalist who's with the years of experience and he would like to be a part of us, we just, oh my God, we're so happy. Welcome on board. It's like, please be a part of us. You have the expertise. We will love that. And we will teach you the technology. We will explain it to you, but you will bring us great content. And yeah, so nothing like that. No, no assistance, nothing like that.
And you guys have a YouTube channel.
Oh,
Uh,
we do. Yeah.
you have a YouTube channel. I'm going to it right now. It's a Telegraph, all about blockchain and cryptocurrencies, and uh, lots of videos on here that you guys should check out. Also, make sure that you subscribe, like I just did. Hit that bell so that you're notified
Thanks.
whenever.
But
Yes,
there's also Cointelegraph Daily.
Coin
And
Telegraph Daily.
we decided to launch two because they're kind of a different. They have different agendas. So at Cointelegraph YouTube channel right now, you see a lot of different interviews from the events that we attended, and a lot of fun stuff. And I think it's really amazing because we have an amazing people out there on YouTube team. They have, I would say, sophisticated sense of humor, but it is so cool what they put out there. It's
Yes.
just amazing, funny videos that I laugh at when I see it, when I see them. It's just they make me smile. Yeah,
Wow.
and Cointelegraph Daily is just we're gonna be posting a lot of that, like in explainers videos and a brief video shots of what's going on and
Okay.
main news and stuff. So that, yeah, there are two So subscribe to
Well,
to both.
I've got the links to these in the description below here. Make sure you guys click on that, subscribe, hit that little bell so you'll know when our wonderful, lovely Catherine uploads another video to Cointelegraph Daily and the Cointelegraph Show. You know, it's been such a pleasure talking to you, Catherine. I just can't tell you this has absolutely been my favorite interview so far. And
Oh
man,
my God! Thanks, but the
absolutely.
pleasure is all mine.
Oh, look at
I
you
just,
go.
I would love to see you. So come to Berlin or Las Vegas, be a part of us. Like,
Yes.
we would love to see you, because thank you very much for the opportunity to be heard and for all the amazing words that you just said.
Absolutely. Well, I'm going to be at the second annual ICO Cryptocurrency Funding West Summit Los Angeles Blue Chip ICO's
Oh,
Roadshow. That'll be Monday, March 5th, my birthday. And be
oh,
oh,
congratulations!
thank you. Yeah, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. I'm going to be setting up there, doing interviews, talking with people, and just absorbing as much of this crypto as I can, and so I can spew it out later onto our listeners and give it everyone who wants
Yeah.
to, just giving it back everything that I'm learning here and giving it back to the world. And
And this is amazing. So thank you for doing that, because we really need people to speak out more about the industry and to
yes,
bring as much information as possible and to spread the word and
it's not
raising the
scary.
awareness. And so, guys, just come meet Dean. He's amazing. I love talking to him.
Wow. Well, I will. I am going to, keep doing this, and hopefully we can get together soon and sit down and have a cup of coffee and talk about this stuff. And
Yeah, the cup of coffee that I will bring to you, because there is no corporate, no corporate hierarchy.
oh, all right. Well, Kevin, you have yourself a wonderful evening. It's evening there in Berlin, right? Evening,
Yeah,
nighttime,
it is. It is evening. Yeah,
almost midnight or
it
something.
is night actually,
Oh
or
my gosh.
evening. It depends on your perspective from the world.
All right. Well, it's been a pleasure, and I am going to talk to you soon. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
for everyone here at the Crypto the WonderDog Show, have a wonderful today and a better tomorrow.
Oh, great. Thank you so much for the opportunity once again. Thanks, guys, for listening. So it was just an amazing pleasure. Thanks.
All right, Catherine, I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.